right, thank you very much. We talked about this before tonight's game, coming off such a big series. This could be a letdown, and clearly that was not it tonight. How proud are you of the way the guys handled it?
Oh, they came out playing well, didn't they? Big home run by Josh. That really was a game changer for us because we really didn't swing the bats all that well. The pitching did a great job. Jacob 4 solid, and of course Dunning came in, and he's just been doing a great job, terrific job, and again tonight. So, well played game.
Okay, obviously what we all want more information on is what happened to Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, he's got some wrist soreness, and we don't want him to alternate his delivery or anything. So we had him covered. So we said that's good, and that's what it is right now. And we'll check him out tomorrow, obviously, and reevaluate him. But that's why he came out.
Was it something you guys were aware of before, or that just came up during the game?
It just came up now. We don't know whether it's been bothering him a little or not. He hasn't said anything to me, but he felt it a little bit. So the right thing to do is make a move there, and we had him covered again with Dunning being fresh and ready to go.
All right, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us what happened. Is it something that's bothered you before or just came up during the game?
I felt it a little bit warming up and thought it was going to loosen up, and it actually tightened up a little bit as the game went on. So playing it smart. Could I have kept going? Probably. But, it was lingering, and it got a little bit worse as the game was going on, and I was like, hey, I just want to play this safe. We got a long season ahead of us.
Did you say something to Jonah before you came off? That was really the only thing that we noticed.
What, walking off the field there in that inning? Yeah, I said, hey, I don't know if I'm going to keep going. And he was like, you all right? And I said, yeah, I think I'm fine. And, then I told Mike, I was like, hey, my wrist is bothering me. I woke up today feeling good. That's what's so frustrating. Then went out there and was playing catch in the bullpen. I felt it and didn't think much of it. I thought once the adrenaline kicked in, it'd go away. But, like I said, it kind of sat there, and I think we made the smart move.
What's your level of concern right now?
I'm honestly not too concerned. I would like to think I'm going to make my next one, but we'll see. We'll see how it is tomorrow when I come in. But, it's that spot doesn't seem too concerning. So,
can you pinpoint the origin of the wrist soreness? Or when?
No, that's what's weird about it. Like, I didn't really feel anything, and then all of a sudden it just kind of popped up. So, it kind of came out of nowhere.
Jacob, you've never had an episode like that before, right?
No, and that's what I said was weird. And like I said, once it wasn't loosening up, I was like, let's not do anything dumb where I change my mechanics and end up somewhere else down the line. So that was the thought process behind it.
Would it be fair to characterize it like that your bigger concern was that you didn't want to do anything mechanical as opposed to physical?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And can you just
it's just right here on the side of my wrist.
Okay, right there. All right.
Were there any pitches that you didn't want to throw?
No, I threw everything, and that's what's frustrating too. Like I felt like the ball was coming out good. It was just there every pitch, and I was like, no pitch was worse than the other, but it was lingering, and it was actually getting a little worse as I kept going. And the main thing was trying not to change something and do something dumb.
And there was not a point like in that fourth inning where you thought, because you are so good on your mechanics, that like I am doing something to accomplish.
No, I didn't think I was. I'd have to go look at it, but I didn't think I was. I felt like I was still throwing the ball fine. It's just once it sat there and felt like it was tightening up, I was like, all right, that's probably enough.
How would you sum up the way Dane captured it?
Hey, that's huge. That's the last thing I wanted to go out there and leave in the fourth inning. But he did a great job of picking us up. The bullpen was run a little thin with the Houston series, and he went out there and threw the ball really well and picked us up big time. So that hats off to him.
You told me the other day that you didn't feel that comfortable behind the plate. Didn't look like that. So what settled in?
He hung a slider, and I put a good swing on it. And finally made contact out front, so it felt pretty good to do that, and especially to get us going in the first at bat. Because coming in here after the Houston environment, which was crazy, kind of playoff atmosphere, being super loud, coming here, especially after an emotional series like that, it could be easy to have a lull tonight, especially with DeGrom on the mound. So to get us going like that was huge.
How does that personally get you going as well?
Well, first it gets my adrenaline pumping, so you start sweating, but I just felt like it kind of helped set the tone.
What's the thought in the clubhouse about Jacob being injured? Don't know how serious it is, but he's got a history recently of having injuries.
I don't think there's any question about it. I think it was more of a precaution, and just making sure that everything's good going forward. Especially with what we had a 4-run lead, no reason to push it there and cause more injury if there is anything, which I don't think there really is anything super serious. So,
Hey,
no.
when you went out for the 5th, did you know he was not going back out there?
Yeah, I was down there in the tunnel getting ready, just putting my stuff on if I was going to hit, and he was down there and they were having that conversation, so I kind of knew.
Okay.
I know you don't have a lot of memories at ballparks yet, but can you see why there are certain places where guys go, oh, I have good memories here because I remember hitting that? Can you see how
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you just hear stories about people's performances in certain places or against certain pitchers, and it's kind of cool to hear all that stuff. But to make my own is pretty sweet too.